So, 532 really killed Tiffany.
Yes, among several others.
But how could he? She was his worker. A 532 unit should never be able to kill their own underlings. It goes against their core programming.
He's a killer. They do all sorts of things they shouldn't.
Sue, it's literally not possible. Even Monarch Mara can't bypass core programming. Their inner components are too integrated and complex and would clash. Unless
someone at JMD changed his core programming.
Either way, it wouldn't change your outlook on the situation, would it?
Happy, I already swore to you that I wouldn't kill anyone. What else do you want from me?
I don't know.
Alright then.
Oh yeah, I can feel you breathe. In my dreams, as you sneak in through my window while I'm asleep. Your cold hands wrapping around my throat. Oh, baby, that's the stuff. I awaken, but can't move. Oh yeah, you're my sleep paralysis demon, baby.
Wow, really?
Both human and animal. Almost anthropomorphic animals in ancient times, before that was actually a thing that we commercialized and displayed.
Because it makes you more than human. Because it's an experience that is richer than what you know as a human being. Because if you could combine everything that we are with everything we don't know or intrinsically understand as our natural behavioral patterns and abilities with an animal that we admire, we become so much more. Then you are human plus that.
Here we go.
Well, hello there.
Oh no.
How are you today?
My name is Happy. I've got something to say. Look at your face. You're looking a bit of a bit. Really?
Hey, Sue? Why do all the victims have, worms?
I'm assuming you heard that from the news.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know about hyper-parasites?
Hyper-parasites?
Yeah, also known as metaparasites.
Nothing?
Hyperparasites are parasites that piggyback off of other parasites. For example, there are filaria, small parasitic worms that can be transferred from mosquitoes to new hosts when they bite their victims. In other words, they feed off of those that are fed upon.
Well, that's disturbing. I didn't know that things like that existed.
Yes, they most certainly do. And that's exactly what we are dealing with here. Happy. Don't go spreading this around. We don't want to cause a mass panic. But the critters are carrying the worms that the victims have. Every victim has had at least one critter, and every critter that they had was infected.
Wait, what? Are my critters infected? Do I have these hyperparasites too?
Yes, you do, Happy. I don't even have to test you to know this. The killer's targeting you is all of the proof we need.
Oh, Frog. And why are they giving people worms?
I don't know the specifics, but from what I've gathered, they use these worms to select the body parts they remove from each victim, similarly to the behavioral patterns of another parasitic worm, Gordian worms, or horsehair worms. Adverse to Gordian worms, however, who burrow out of their host upon being submerged. These worms dig in deeper. They dig into the specific body part that these people need, in fact. For whatever reason, the worms are always located near the point of extraction, reaching out of the wound and clinging to any remaining tissue left behind during said extraction in an almost obsessive manner. These boxes that we keep hearing about on the news are likely some sort of MRI or X-ray scanner that they are using to identify the location of these worms, so that they can remove the needed body part.
But why would they want the wormy body parts? Wouldn't they be all chewed up?
Why indeed? Serial killers tend to hold on to delusional obsessions. Perhaps they consider the selected body parts to be more edible if they are cannibals, Or maybe they worship these worms as gods and consider the worm selection sacred. Who can say, really? We won't know until we find these killers and ask them ourselves, I suppose. I guess we can question them now, since we aren't getting rid of them once we find them. I doubt they will remember anything without being activated, though. It's going to put us in a lot of danger to go this round. But I'm not going to argue further.
I just don't want to kill someone for something they couldn't control. I want to give them the chance I never had.
Indeed. Well, we'll stop them either way. We have to. For your sake, for your sister's sake, and for the sake of everyone we've lost. For those who will be lost if we don't.
We'll get it done. Together.
Together.
Wait. You said the killers wanted my brain. Does that mean the worms are eating my brain right now?
Nah. The worms don't burrow into the organs until the victim is dead and submerged in water. At least I think they have to be dead first. You may want to avoid swimming until we can get those removed. And bathing.
Okay?
You're fine. They're just swimming around in your bloodstream right now. Dude, it's fine. Our bodies are filled with all sorts of parasites that don't bother our functions or cause us discomfort. It's not a big deal. I know a guy who removes all sorts of parasites. I'm sure he can help. We'll visit him after we save your sister.
Okay.
Kupala is a deity in Slavic mythology associated with fertility, water, and happiness. She was traditionally attached to the festivities of the summer solstice, organized to pay tribute to her and guarantee a prosperous harvest. The deity was closely associated with the natural world, specifically with bodies of water and vegetation. Kupala had the ability to manipulate the growth of plants and improve soil fertility. Due to her association with water, she was considered a guardian of rivers, lakes, and springs. Additionally, people would sometimes call upon her for the purpose of healing. Legend has it that Kupala used to manifest near water bodies and bestow blessings of abundance and fertility upon people. Elaborate rituals and games were traditionally held to celebrate the summer solstice in honor of the goddess Kupala. The Slavs would perform dances around bonfires, as they held the belief that these
I feel
could
fate.
purify. The Zoraya were sisters in Slavic mythology, affiliated with the morning and evening stars. Zoraya Utranyaya was regarded as a goddess of dawn, light, and regeneration.
If Happy reacted this strongly to the parasites, then it's a good thing I didn't tell him about 532 and Tiffany's relationship. I doubt he could handle something like that. Oh. Okay. Oops.
Alright, let's see what I can find.
Relax.
What the heck?
Your computer was not hacked.
这个这么意思
Soulcorp has determined that your anxiety levels have peaked and will now
The
help to
heck?
restore your peace of mind. Sit back and listen to this classic bedtime story while maintaining eye contact with your personalized
this?
Soulcorp aid. This service will be provided to you free of charge. Remember, Soulcorp cares about your personal health and
Let's see what
peace
this
of
is all
mind.
about then.
While her specific origins are shrouded in mystery, she is believed to have emerged from the depths to help forge life within the universe. With connections to nature, seasons, and the cycle of life and death, Mara is held with reverence and great significance. Mara represents various aspects of the human experience. As the goddess of winter and the moon, She embodies the cold, darkness, and the passing of time. In some tales, Mara is associated with death and rebirth, serving as a guide in the transition between life and the afterlife. Her role in mythology reflects the deep reverence and understanding of the cyclical nature of existence. She is often depicted as a veiled woman, embodying the mysterious and ethereal aspects of her nature. The color white is closely tied to Mara, symbolizing purity, winter, and the blank canvas from which new life emerges. Other symbols associated with Mara include snowflakes, owls, and the moon, each carrying their own significance within the Slavic mythology and the Latvian mythologies. The Latvian goddess Mara is not only associated with winter and death, but she also embodies the enigmatic presence of the demon Mara. This elusive entity has long intrigued scholars and researchers, with its origins also shrouded in mystery. The Mara demon is known to visit people in their sleep, causing nightmares and sleep paralysis. These nocturnal visitations often leave individuals in a state of fear and unease, unable to move or scream. The demon feeds upon the negative energy extracted during these sleep paralysis experiences. This nature reminding us of the ethereal and oftentimes unsettling nature of the night. Similar entities exist in other cultures as well, such as the old hag in English folklore and the mora in Spanish and Portuguese traditions.